There you go. Investigations into transactions at investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, show that the Sprint legend's money was being fleeced from 2012, the same year he made the multi-billion US dollar investment. Now, documentation shows that Bolt's investment was being withdrawn almost immediately after he caused money to be sent to that Welgen account. Now, 5.6 million US, or 86% of Bolt's total investment at SSL, was made between 2012 and 2017. The monies, including interest and dividends, were almost immediately withdrawn via cash and check authorizations between 2012 and 2017. Bolt also invested an additional 900,000 US in Welgen between 2019 and 2022. The monies were withdrawn from Bolt's account after emailed authorization to then SSL employee, wealth advisor Jean Panton, who managed Bolt's account since 2012. Those purported authorization letters were sent under the name of Bolt's former business manager, Norman Peart. Peart has insisted that those emails were fabricated, and he maintains his innocence. Panton, Jean Panton, is at the center of a major fraud investigation at SSL and is set to face criminal charges in a few days. So, Mariah, before I get into the details, the headline is that now documents have emerged showing the withdrawals from Bolt's account and how the funds were consistently being taken when, for all intents and purposes, the legend had no idea that monies were coming out of his account.
Yeah, what I get from that is it's somebody who has been monitoring his account, right? I don't know who it is. It can be somebody close to him. It can be somebody working there. But you get the sense that it has to be somebody that is aware that money is coming into the account, because there's a use of, immediately after he puts the money into the account. So who else has access to the account? It begs for a lot of questions. Is it that the person that was managing his account? Is it the person at SSL? There are so many questions surrounding this incident. And George, I cannot wait for the day that this case is, everything comes to hand and it's closed.
Yeah. So what we need to make clear to the viewers, Mariah, is that the drawdowns from Bolt's account, yeah? Why is it significant? Because someone who's watching us could be saying, well, why are monies withdrawn from an account a story? And how does that translate as theft? His lawyers, when they wrote that demand letter in early January, giving SSL 10 days, although, by the way, those 10 days expired, and that
was Friday.
Yeah, the lawyer subsequently said, well, it's a very complex issue and they're giving the SSL more time. When that demand letter went out, it was said to be Bolt's pension account. That's what the lawyers said, or account or client's pension account. And also, the same lawyer, Linton P. Gordon, highly respected practitioner of the law, a member of the private bar, he gave an interview to the Jamaica Observer in which he said, Mariah, that his client had never made a withdrawal from the account. Now, that to me, more than anything else, is the key shot in all of this. Because if you have detailed accounts for transactions at Welgen Limited from inception to the present time, how is it that there are multiple withdrawals across currencies, British pound sterling being withdrawn, Jamaican dollars being withdrawn, US dollars being withdrawn? How can these be withdrawn from an account that the attorney for the man who owns the account says, one, it's his pension account, and two, he never made even one withdrawal from his account? Because, as you know, people don't withdraw from their pension account.
Yeah.
You set that aside and you keep feeding it. When you have retired and you are at the pensionable stage, that's when you go in and say, okay, the fruits of my labor, it's time to cash out. So nobody does that. And I just want to underscore that the attorney is on record saying no money was ever taken from the account from the moment the first piece of investment went in.
Yeah, and that's why it brings me back to the point that I was making just now, that it has to be somebody, George, that is seeing the money coming in, somebody who's monitoring this account. Because what are the odds that, you don't give it a couple months, you don't give the money some time to grow or whatnot? I've never invested, so I'm not very versed on how it works. But you're not letting the money even sit. You're withdrawing it. So this mastermind plan is even more of a master plan because, it has been in the works from inception.
Yeah. I want to say two things quickly before I give the details of some of the withdrawals. And I want to say that it is our understanding here, monitoring the story, that, well, I heard this from, I was told, when I say I heard, it sounds, maybe not information that you'll want to relay on air, but I have been informed. Yeah, so I'm putting it as formal as that because it wasn't a by the way conversation. No, it's credible information, I believe, from the source. I've been made to understand, Mariah, that that there were several times when the firm had a difficulty meeting its pay bill. And I have said this in our zone production meeting before, and that they had to be finding creative ways of earning cash to be able to put into their account so that they could make the pay bill at the end of the month. Now, it may be, many people know people who work at the entity, many people have families, many people have people who do business closely, so there are various ways you can verify these things. And when I verified that thing, did the triangulation, people were saying the same thing. And so the argument is that the company was cash-strapped at various points, and that they may have used client funds to balance things off. I'm not saying that that's what they did with Bolt's funds. Yeah. I'm just saying that overall, that is the claim that is being made by people who are close to the action. Now, let me get to the details, Mariah.
Yes.
Let me get to the details. Remember again, I want you to take everything I'm saying to you as my colleague right here, right beside me. I want you to measure it against the fact that Bolt's people have said, Mr. Usain St. Leo Bolt, whose company is Wellgen Limited, but of course, which was registered with two other individuals. Yeah? The cat is out the bag now, we can say who the individuals are. The individuals are Norman Peart, his former business manager, a business partner of him for decades, from he was a boy till now, and his best friend and business partner, Nugent Walker, whose name has not been drawn into this in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And it's also needful for us to say that Norman Peart denies wrongdoing of any kind and says that he is the victim of an elaborate scheme to make it seem as if he has defrauded Bolt. The man says he has done no such thing. All right, but Walker and Peart are the ones on Wellgen Limited, but it's Bolt's company.
Right.
And the thing I wanted to remember is, Bolt's people have said, never has a dollar been withdrawn from Mr. Bolt's account. So if no money has been withdrawn from Bolt's account, he's authorized nobody to take any money out of his account. How come, Mariah, on the 3rd of March, the 13th of March 2017, there was a cash withdrawal. Well, no, on the 9th of March 2017, Mariah, there was a cash withdrawal of $86,103 US. Then, Mariah, on the 5th.
You can withdraw that amount of cash?
Yes, January, February, March, April. On the 5th of April 2017, same 2017, there was another cash withdrawal of $86,231.31. Then, in the same April 2017, the 13th now, there was another cash withdrawal of $66,589 US. Then I'm going to scroll up, Mariah, and I'm going to go to the 1st of June 2017, where there was a withdrawal of $63,181 US. Then, on the 2nd of June, the day after, there was another cash withdrawal, $21,052 US. Then, I'm going to go further and go up to the 22nd of June. June was a festive month for somebody. There was a withdrawal of $55,090 US from the Bolt account. Then, I'm going to go to July, Mariah. July 7th, 2017 saw a withdrawal from Wellgen Limited, Bolt's account, which he says he never withdrew a penny from. There was a withdrawal on that day, June 7, 2017, of $72,621 US. And then, on the 19th of June 2017, there was a withdrawal.
That's my birthday.
Of $101,089 US from this account. And then I'm going to go up to the 11th of August 2017, where there was a withdrawal of $82,486 US. Yeah? Let me go to the...
But George, also remember...
you go ahead.
The receipts were saying that the money was there though, right? Because Bolt was getting receipts that said he
well, here's what I know obtained under normal circumstances. Not sure if it relates to this.
Okay.
In the normal circumstances, you have someone managing your affairs. They are monitoring these things to tell you if there are any discrepancies. And if there are any discrepancies, they raise the red flag and you go in and talk to the financial institution. But both attorneys are saying, well, there was nothing untoward, but they just realized that they got something which was damaging. This is, I'm going to go to it. So I just told you some US dollar withdrawals. I'm trying to find, well, there are several withdrawals of British pound sterling. For instance, on the 5th of February 2016, there was a withdrawal of 6,000 pounds sterling. And then there are several Jamaican dollar withdrawals. For instance, on the 19th of September 2017, there was a cash withdrawal of 2.3 million Jamaican dollars. Then the same day, well, no, the 15th. So the 19th, there was 2.37 million withdrawn. Then on the 15th of September, there was a withdrawal of $636,743. Then on the 8th of September 2017, a withdrawal of 339,000 Jamaican dollars. On the 18th of August 2017, a withdrawal of 496,675 Jamaican. I don't think I need to go any further. The fact remains that there were multiple withdrawals like this. When I did a check and I ran through the whole document, there were 15 withdrawals in 2017 in the amount of 1 million, almost 1.1 million US dollars withdrawn from the account. Straight hard cash. Now remember, well, note that these withdrawals from the account, Welgen, weren't only cash withdrawals. There were several check withdrawals, which I haven't even touched yet because I haven't gone through that. I'm just telling you the cash withdrawals from the account. So money goes in, the cash comes out. Money comes in, the cash comes out. And the cash just kept going out right over. The first time, because our lead-in said it, so I think I need to do that. The first time that money was taken from the account, I'm going to find the specific date because people must be saying, okay, so he invested in April 2012. At what point did they first start removing money? And you notice we say they because it wasn't him. He says it wasn't him, and we have no reason to not believe him. Here we are. Right. Remember now last week we said that Welgen Limited was registered to do business with Stocks and Securities Limited on the 25th of April 2012. So, in the first few days, no withdrawals. The first withdrawal of significant cash. There were some cash withdrawals, but those are for fees. Some like $30, $23. Those are fees. The first big withdrawal from Usain Bolt's account came in or on the 18th of December 2012. So he opened the account April. By December, the first big withdrawal was made. $153,846 US dollars.
Yeah,
that
worries me.
Then the second withdrawal, so the first withdrawal was of $153,846 US dollars on the 18th of December 2012. And the second withdrawal was for 160,000 US and $71. That was on the 24th of January 2013. So there was one withdrawal in 2012, and then from 2013, and then there were several months where there were multiple withdrawals, and it wasn't less than 80,000 US dollars. The money was just flying out. And the man says he never took a penny or authorized anybody to take a penny from the accounts.
Well, I don't care who stole the money at this point. Now I have a problem with the people that were managing his account and the team that was, supposed to keep him in the loop, the team that was supposed to manage his affairs and look out for his best interest, George, because there is no way I could have an account from 2012 to now, and my team of, accountants and everybody that's supposed to look out for my best interest couldn't pick up on money moving out of my account.
Well, that's where we are. You are spot on. You are spot on. There are so many questions to ask, and this is a very complex investigation. And every day you get some new information. Every day I'm learning something more. And yeah, I won't say
it's a sad
more.
situation.
Very sad. Very sad.
All right.
Time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay informed.